Namaste ji, namaste. Hope you're doing well. So let us cover out current affairs from the month of March 2022. Now, these current affairs, especially from these 2 months, that is March and April, they become extremely crucial and a very, very high probability to appear in each and every law entrance examination that you will be taking soon for the year 2022. Now, the thing with these 2 months especially is the examiner is fully awake. It's not that all current affair questions will show up from these months. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that a number of questions tend to pop up from these 2 months because the examination is being crafted out during these months. So the current affairs sections they keep open so that maximum amount of even latest and relevant current affairs they can cover out. Right. So we'll cover out the most high probability bits, and as usual, parallel lecture goes on YouTube and the other ones are in the online program. Then the first is the project to geotag all Waqf properties, or the scheme to geotag all Waqf properties. Now what is Waqf? Waqf is a property that is given in charity. Who is the manager of a Waqf? Mutawali. Commonly asked MCQs. So this scheme का नाम क्या है? That is Qawami Waqf Board Taraqqiyati scheme. This deadline was March 22, 2022 and it's now been shifted to 2023, November 2023. Now the name of the scheme is important. वक्फ आया तो वक्फ के ऊपर कोई क्वेश्चन ना आ जाए. मैनेजर and what is a वक्फ you need to cover out. So that's how related each and every section to the current affairs section really is. The first indigenous ballistic missile of India, that is name is Prithvi missile, तो its replica and basically एक school में install किया गया, and that school is in Solapur, Maharashtra. So which of the following is the first indigenous ballistic missile? Prithvi. All right. First as in हमारा first. This हमने February में भी cover किया था. I think January में कभी cover भी किया हुआ है. Kavach is the name of the system in which दो सामने से अगर train आ रही, so it's an automatic braking system. So it's a collision detection system in which the rails, the engines will automatically brake. उसका नाम है Kavach. Expect this to show up in any examination that you'll be taking. Expect this also to show up in any examination that you may be taking. Samarth. Now Samarth was launched on International Women's Day. कब मनाया जाता है? That's 8th of March. Standard question. You cannot skip this day. And was launched by the Ministry of MSME, not by Ministry of Child and Women, etc. This was MSME. This is a special entrepreneurship women's drive. मैंने women's day लिख दिया, women's day ऊपर होना चाहिए. Women's drive basically उसका नाम है. Overall that program का नाम है Samarth. All right, remember it. Now CBI arrested Chitra Ramakrishnan. She's the former managing director of NSE. If this question shows up, it's most likely to show up in AILET. Okay. Cabinet approved setup of National Land Monetization Corporation. This is NLMC, and this will be taking care of, this is basically the aim is monetization of land and non-core asset of public sector entities. All right. BJP won 4 out of 5 states. So how many states went to elections in the months of February to March? That's 5. They won 4. That's like a 99% hit ratio. Uttar Pradesh, Manipur, Uttarakhand, Goa all went to BJP, and Punjab was swept by AAP because, well, no Congress exists and BJP is hopeless there. And so Aam Aadmi Party now has a strategic advantage in states where Congress is going to zero and BJP has no hope in those local state elections. Aam Aadmi Party is the replacement for Congress, you can say. So Kashmir has started a GI registry, that's a geographical indication tag registry, and for the first time they were noting down all details. So the famed Kashmiri carpet, which has now been GI tagged, was exported to the first time Germany. The EPF, that is Employee Provident Fund rate of interest, has been reduced to 8.1%. This is extremely crucial. 99.99% AILET में टपकेगा ये. 12 to 14 years के लिए वैक्सीन चालू कर दी गई है, and that is Corbevax, manufactured by Biological E. Both of these details are important. They can ask you the name of the vaccine and who's the manufacturer of this very vaccine. Gujarat is become the state who's proposed to teach Bhagavad Gita in schools. As usual, this has invited many critical comments, and therefore this brings into discussion. There was article आपके जो 25 से लेके 29 30 तक, in fact 25 to 30, और उसके अंदर एक clause है in one of these articles that no religious instruction shall be taught in any school that has been funded out of state funds. Not exactly, I'm just quoting it verbatim. Now Biplobby Bharat Gallery was inaugurated by the PM. So this gallery elucidates or displays the freedom struggles of revolutionaries. This is stationed at Kolkata. I would say a medium probability current affair. I don't see it appearing, but still thought I'll cover it. Pushkar Singh Dhami is the Uttarakhand chief minister. वो नए सारे chief minister तो बने हैं, basically 5 states के 5 chief minister तो आए. They can give you a match the following list 1, list 2, match it कि कौन से state का कौन सा CM है. That's about it. क्योंकि single line नया CM कौन बना है ऐसे I've never really seen them asking all of this. Nagaland's first woman Rajya Sabha MP is S. Fangon Nayak. Extremely crucial because for the first time, on top of that, it is a woman. And then Nagaland का basically अपने यहाँ पे काम करना है और एक Nagaland के साथ एक और काम करना है. They become the first state assembly to implement the National E-Vidhan program, that is NEVA. So therefore, this is the first state assembly which has gone completely paperless. The MLAs can vote using electronic devices, etc. So ये National E-Vidhan program, first state assembly, Nagaland. All right. N. Biren Singh is the CM of Manipur. Again, match the following वाला. एक term बहुत ज़्यादा ये बार-बार उठ के आ रही है, especially after the Ukraine invasion by Russia. That's stagflation. So this is high inflation plus low GDP. Expect this to be appearing in an examination. So inflation महंगाई बहुत ज़्यादा है. The GDP goes low. The unemployment rises, and if this remains for a sustained period of time, it is officially called, in economic terms, it's called stagflation. All right. Now, Himachal Pradesh is aiming to be the first green state of India, and World Bank has partnered with them to make them achieve this dream of becoming the first green state. That is, a lot many energy dependency of the state will be going to the renewable sector. WHO Global Center for Traditional Medicine is being set up. एक agreement sign कर दिया गया at Jamnagar, Gujarat. So this is, since it relates to WHO, this is extremely crucial. Global Center for Trade Medicine. Then it is called, the scheme is called PMGKAY. That is PMGKAY, not GK, not stands for, doesn't stand for Greater Kailash here. This is basically the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana. This was to wind up, लेकिन 6 महीने और extend करा देगा. This was the ration scheme that was launched in April 2020, in the time of the first lockdown. Kozhikode is aiming to get nominated and get the tag of City of Literature by UNESCO. It's aiming. Proposal दिया गया है, मतलब proposal बन रहा है, just in the news, so I thought I'll let you. And one-horned rhino, this is also a question, that where is the one-horned rhino found in which of the parks? Kaziranga National Park. So one-horned rhino की जो census एक रफ अभी किया गया, that the population increased by 204 years. So now the estimated population is 2613, excluding the ones that have been poached, because these, ये आपका पिछले साल का भी current affair है कि World Rhino Day पे Assam burned a lot many those rhino horns basically, and उसमें लोगों को बता रहे थे that it doesn't have so great medicinal properties or any esoteric properties that you're hunting and poaching rhinos for. Now UPI crossed the $1 trillion transaction mark in financial year 21-22. This is extremely crucial. इसको आप कहीं पे मतलब लिख लीजिए. AILET वाली जनता most likely will pop up. AFSPA, ये NLSAT वाले एक AFSPA का अपना ऐसे प्रिपेयर कर लीजिएगा. AFSPA is a major current affair that has happened. So AFSPA के अंदर जो disturbed areas जो आते हैं, they've been reduced in the states of Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, DULB वाले name of states, and AFSPA का full form and a little bit of history of AFSPA. All right. Toyota Mirai is the India's first FCEV, that is a fuel cell electronic vehicle. इसके अंदर अभी गडकरी जी अभी पहुंचे थे पार्लियामेंट लेके. So this is an electric car which runs on green hydrogen. So they can ask you which model it is. Low probability but can still there. Green hydrogen के ऊपर जैसे मैंने काम करा way back in August, September of last year. Obviously it's included in this program as well. Hopefully green hydrogen के ऊपर question टपकेगा. ये बात आप लिख लीजिए. All right. Now Madhya Pradesh is become the wolf state of India. Now this is basically वो protection उन्होंने काफ़ी wolf की करी है, तो वहाँ पे population हो गई, तो उन्होंने अपने आप को एक tag दे दिया, wolf state of India. लेकिन examiner का पता नहीं होता, कभी अखबार पढ़ के पूछ ही ले. First road made with steel waste is in Surat, Gujarat. So this is now the first road. This trend is going to be picking up, and this has become the first road, as in making roads from waste. Uttarakhand aims to become the state, as in aims to implement UCC. Quite a lot, many media portals are reporting that Uttarakhand is set to become the first state to implement UCC. तो गोवा क्या कर रहा है exactly इतने सालों से? Goa Article 44 UCC is given where Part 4 DPSP. Goa बेसिकली हैज ये आपका यूसीसी जो एक्ट का नाम है पोर्चुगीज सिविल कोड 1867 दैट प्रोहिबिट्स द ऑपरेशन ऑफ हिंदू मैरिज एक्ट, स्पेशल मैरिज एक्ट एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा, सबका एक ही है वहाँ पे, दैट्स पोर्चुगीज सिविल कोड. Now 3 MCDs were is basically अभी लोकसभा ने पास कर दिया इसको, एंड आई थिंक पास कर दिया या पास करने ही वाले होंगे, भाजपा की सरकार है तो करेंगी. तो 3 MCDs, the Delhi Municipal Corporation Amendment Bill 2022, it will merge 3 MCDs into one and will give the control of MCD to the center mostly. Alright, so the Delhi Municipal Corporation Amendment Bill 2022, ये कृपया करके इस बिल का नाम आप याद रख लीजिएगा. एंड ब्रह्मोस जो इंडिया ने एक मिसाइल लॉन्च कर दिया इन एरर, एंड दिस कुड हैव लेड टू अ वॉर, बट पाकिस्तान ने एज यूजुअल शायद ऐसा कोई जवाब देने का इसका कुछ था नहीं, तो ब्रह्मोस लॉन्च कर दिया गया अम्बाला से इन एरर. ऑलराइट, एंड दिस वाज क्वाइट एन एम्बैरेसिंग मोमेंट फॉर अस एज अ नेशन स्टेट एज वेल इंटरनेशनली कि ये क्या हुआ. होपफुली वो थैंक गॉड दैट कि वहाँ से कोई रिटेलिएशन नहीं आई. आई थिंक एक आई थी बट दे फेल्ड. ठीक है जो भी है, बट मिसाइल का नाम ब्रह्मोस. फर्स्ट इलेक्ट्रिक हाईवे, गडकरी जी ने कहा है कि उनका एम है दैट फर्स्ट इलेक्ट्रिक हाईवे एज इन कोई मतलब इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चलने वाला हाईवे या सड़क नहीं होगी, सिर्फ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी होगी, नहीं, वो जो ऊपर बेसिकली दे विल गिव दोज इलेक्ट्रिक वायर्स ताकि वो कनेक्ट होके गाड़ियाँ चलती रहें, एनी व्हीकल बेसिकली. तो दिस दे एम टू स्टार्ट दिस दिल्ली जयपुर स्ट्रेच, बट it's a long way. But since it's in the news, एग्जामिनर भैया को कहीं शौक आ जाए, द फर्स्ट इलेक्ट्रिक हाईवे इन इंडिया will be from or between which two states, या two places rather, state तो नहीं है, जयपुर तो राजस्थान हो गया, so Delhi Jaipur, alright, and 2 cities basically. Yeah, तो नेशनली काम कर लिया. अगले वाले लेक्चर में चलते हैं इंटरनेशनल, देन इम्पॉर्टेंट डेज, देन लीगल अपॉइंटमेंट्स एज यूजुअल एज आवर मंथली प्रोग्राम इज, एंड वो सारा खत्म कर देते हैं, नेशनल वाला काम खत्म. ऑलराइट, विशिंग यू ऑल द बेस्ट, टेक केयर, बाय.